So Jon Dahl Tomasson, you now in the Swedish dressing room, this will be your home dressing room further on. How does it feel to be here?
Special. First of all special, but also you get the feeling that you're proud because you are the förbundskapten for a great football country. We can see all the Swedish things around, the colors as well, so very special.
And right now there are new players here, of course. There will be some players here coming on.
Let's get them in immediately so we can train. Come on, get them in.
How much are you longing for meeting them?
It's going to be excited. In the end of the day, players need to buy in to a modern way of playing, and SVFF have been very clear. They want me to create an international way of playing, international identity, which is of course attacking football. We need to play to win instead of playing not to lose. We need to create an atmosphere for the fans. The fans need to go to the stadium and actually enjoy going to the stadium and create that togetherness. Together we will be strong.
Can you describe your football philosophy, the way you want this Swedish team to play?
Yeah. Do you have an hour?
Of course.
No, first of all, we have great players. Great players who can score goals, create chances. But first of all, we have players who want to play for the country. In my grown-up life, I've been around, of course, for many years around the national teams, and I know the proud when you're playing for a country. It's extremely important. But we also want to create an identity which is a modern way of playing, where we are dominant with the ball and without the ball. We need to create chances. We need to score goals. It needs to be good for the eyes. In the end of the day, we need to win. We need to win games, of course, but it should be that feeling when you go to the stadium. Yeah, you want to see a football game, and you want to see chances, and you want to see a team who's enjoying themselves, and we need each other because together we are strong.
And this is the starting off of a journey. Could we expect results in the beginning, or should we have some patience?
When you start something new, you need to do it with passion. But of course also with patience. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of moments to celebrate great things together, but there will also be bumps. So in different phases, we will start now with test games. Normally when you play games, it's first of all to win games, but it's also, of course, this period to implement a way of playing, which is of course a dominant way of playing. After that, the Nation League is beginning, and the big end goal is of course the World Cup qualification. So it's going to be exciting and something special.
And what do the Swedish supporters need to know about their new head coach?
Oh yeah, that's a very good question. What do they need to know? Now, first of all, they need to know that I love this challenge. As I said before, SVFF have been very clear about they want to create and implement an international way of playing football. And there's of course attacking a modern way of playing, and I love that challenge. I'm looking forward to get started, looking forward to make the connection with the players, to visit players, talk with players, and of course to make the connection with the fans as well, because the fans are the most important in football. They are the soul of the football game.
You have played a long time in the Danish national team, and of course you've been crossing your roads with the Swedish team a lot of times. What are your impressions from the Swedish national team?
Difficult team to beat. I think Denmark and Sweden have had a lot of good games, and it's like that. It's like playing your brother, isn't it? You want to win against your brother, and when you lose, you're not happy. But if you're winning, you're proud, and you really enjoy it even more. But of course, two great football nations.
And how do you describe yourself as a coach?
I want to be dominant with and without the ball. Of course, attacking minded. But have a mindset that the team is number one. We do things together. I can be very direct, but very concrete, but also very loyal. So I think football players, football is actually the players have the greatest work in life. Playing for your country, playing in football clubs. But in the end of the day, we need to connect with each other and make good agreement how we see the game, and to create that identity for the future.
And was it the next step now? You're just starting off here. What's the coming weeks means for you? What will you do?
Of course, make the connection with the players, which is needed, especially when you don't have them a lot of times during a year. So it's important that you have a lot of calls, telephone calls, that you meet them one-to-one and go through things and just, yeah, in the beginning it's about learning each other as well. And we should use those 4 test games to implement a way of playing, but also to get used to each other. And then we have a great preparation going into the Nation League.
And you also join the Swedish team, but you are not alone. You bring your assistant coach. Can you tell me about your experience, because you've been working together and the way you work together?
Yeah, we've been working together, of course, in Sweden with Malmö and now in England with Blackburn. And I think we're working really well together, 2 different personalities, but which is really important, that you see football in the right way, but you also can have discussions with each other. You don't always need to agree with each other. I think that's very healthy if you want to go forward, and we want to go forward with this great nation.
But you have a long international experience living in different countries. How much does the international experience inspire you as a coach?
A lot. As I said, in my adult life I've not lived in Denmark, I lived in whole Europe, and which is really great. I had the opportunity to live in a lot of different countries, a lot of different culture. I think you get rich from living for different culture, you know, that's very healthy. You can see it in different ways. Communication is an extremely important tool to communicate with players, and you really get that if you're living in a lot of countries. But yeah, international mindset, all the players, of course, they're also playing in different European clubs. They're used to an international mindset and they're used to an attractive way of playing football.
And you lived in Malmö?
Yeah.
How much Swedish are you inside?
Let me see it in that way. I think it's good that we talk English, because if we're talking Swedish you will understand nothing at all. It would be terrible, to be honest. But I like Sweden a lot. I had a great time in Malmö. It was a lovely place and really enjoyed it. Enjoyed Allsvenskan, enjoyed playing European football as well, playing the Champions League with Malmö.